Module 1, Lesson 5. Analysis and selection of different business ideas. The creative process allows you to have more business ideas that, at the same time, will be business opportunities. To make a proper decision on which business opportunity will be your future business, you will need to perform additional evaluations. The purpose of the evaluation is to ensure that implementing a particular idea is a workable solution for you. At the start of the game, there are more ideas. Therefore, it is necessary to work to reduce the list of ideas that need to be considered one by one and rejected those that do not meet certain criteria. The following criteria can help you to reject business ideas that you will not start. The first is an entrepreneur. Because the entrepreneur is the one who starts the business, and in the initial stages, he will be the basis of that business. So, the business idea will have to meet specific criteria related directly to the entrepreneur. For example, we must evaluate a business idea regarding: first, entrepreneurial knowledge to solve that problem. For the implementation of the idea, there will be required technical knowledge that will be used for the production of the product or service. Second, problem-solving skills. Because the business idea solves a problem, an entrepreneur would need to have the skills to solve that problem. Third, entrepreneurial passion. The worst is to do something you don't want to do. The best solution for an entrepreneur is his business idea to be supported by his real passion besides the problem and knowledge. You will have a passion for something if you are excited, have enthusiastic emotions, and a positive affinity for that something. Fourth, entrepreneurial desires and achievement through the business. An entrepreneur has his or her own personal goals that want to achieve with the company. The question is whether such a business idea will contribute to the realization of his own personal goals. If you feel that a business idea has no potential for this, you can remove it from the list. Based on these criteria, you can eliminate most of the generated business ideas. Second is the return of investment. Starting a business is the investment of money, time, and energy into the company, expecting it will provide financial profit or personal satisfaction. In what you would invest, 1 million euros in business that will return to you for 3 years, or 1 million euros in a company that will make a return for a year? Probably the second alternative will be more acceptable. Therefore, the return on investment is a criterion you can use to analyze the business idea. The third is the time aspect. We should analyze any idea through the time frame. Questions you need to answer are: how much time should you set aside for the business? How much time will need to pass for the company to bring results? Whether you will work only in your spare time? The fourth criteria are the financial resources you will need to have. For every business idea, you must do a review of the necessary funds. You need to see how much money you have, and to explore all opportunities for business financing. The fifth criteria are the other resources you will need to have. Except for financial resources, the business will face the need for human and material resources. You will need people to realize the idea. You will need equipment, physical locations, technology, etc. Are those resources will be available for the realization of the idea? Can you provide them? If the answers are negative, consider the options for accessing necessary resources, or if there are no such options or are not cost-effective, you need to reject the idea. The sixth criteria is the risk level. We consider the risk as an acceptable category and something that always will follow the business. First, you invest your own money in something you cannot know with 100% certainty whether it will bring money. This is the first initial risk you take on yourself as an entrepreneur. When you already have criteria and know how each of the ideas applies by each of the requirements, you will need to perform a judgment of each idea, in an overall assessment based on those criteria. The proper way for such a comparison is value analysis, that will enable all analyzed ideas to be presented in tables, with an overall assessment based on the criteria. Conducting this analysis can be made through this process. The first step is the determination of the main criteria for the analysis. The second step is defining the weight of each criterion. Each criterion will not have equal importance, and because of that, they have a specific weight. The third step is the evaluation of each idea about each criterion. The fourth step is the determination of the overall score for each criterion, through the multiplication of weight and assessment points. The last step is the calculation of the overall assessment of the business idea, or the sum of the total weights of criteria for each business idea. You will need to select the idea that has the highest score from the analysis. If there is a higher level of the supply and a higher level of competition in the market, your future business will be at a higher risk. This is contrary to the businesses that result from the business idea, which products and services will have a lower level of supply and competition. Logically, the competition will bring the additional risk to your small business. So, when you develop your business idea, you will need to include these considerations. The same is when it comes to the demand of the market that will present the need for the market. Thus, if the market demand is at a higher level, the risk will be lower. You can use the supply and demand matrix when you want to consider these elements related to your business idea. The first quadrant is the little chance for success. If you have a large supply of specific products and services, and on the market is a low demand for them, you will have a little chance for success. You will need to change or improve your business idea and remove such products or services. But, if you want to have them in your offer, you will need to create an appropriate differentiation strategy to attract a customer's attention to these products. The second quadrant is a risky opportunity. The quadrant of the matrix with small demand and small supply is a risky opportunity. How is it possible to have the opportunity that on the other side is risky? This market can become an excellent opportunity, but only if you succeed to increase the demand for products and services. Your job as an entrepreneur, if you enter on such a market, like this quadrant, will be to work on increasing the demand. If you feel that you can do this, these products can be an excellent opportunity for your business. These products in most of the cases are innovative, and potential customers even don't know that they need such solutions. Because of that, you will need to work on creating a customer's need to increase the demand. The third quadrant is the good competition. This quadrant shows that the products are in huge quantity on the market, but also the consumption of these products is enormous. So there is good competition. You can choose your business idea based on these products, but you should know you'll have robust competition. However, because there is a high demand, the risk is much lower. The fourth quadrant is excellent chance for success. This quadrant has the products or services for which there is a high demand, while supply is at a lower level. You should include these products without thinking about your business idea. In most of the cases, it is not an easy job to find and recognize such a market opportunity.